Hello peeps and welcome back to Mod of Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 52. For those of you who have not been keeping up with my Twitter or don't follow it or whatever, I have been having some fairly major computer troubles recently. I actually had a blue screen of death last night. I didn't even know they still existed, but I had one. And my monitor's been cutting out, my cat's finally chewed through my headphones, so I'm using earbuds right now. My voice sounds really strange to myself. But I wanted to record an episode for you guys, so here we go. Now, those of you who watch my channel... hold on a second here, my monitor's messing up on me again. There we go. Hopefully that'll fix the problem for a while. Those of you who do watch my channel may have seen my public service announcement. This thing is not safe. It is now, because I disabled the supplier circuit. But it is not safe to leave as is, because for some reason the supplier is messing up and occasionally feeding a second thorium cell in here. Now it'll be fine for a couple hours, but it will eventually blow up if a second thorium cell gets in there. That's bad juju. We don't like that. So we're going to, this episode, change things around a little bit so that that doesn't happen again. In order to do that, we are going to make use of a piece of Gregtech technology. We are going to make the advanced buffer. This thing right here. Now the advanced buffer is a small electric buffer with a battery, some electrum, a couple of advanced type circuits, and a computer monitor. We're actually going to need a total of 5 of these. So let's go over here to our Gregtech chest. As soon as I figure out where it is, there we go. We actually already have the electric buffers. So, we're going to need a total of 20 electrum ingots. As soon as I figure out where electrum is in this system. There it is. Oh, we're very short on electrum, aren't we? We better do something about that. Stack gold. Stack silver. I did run my machine a little bit while I was offline. Let's head over to our Gregtech facility. Pop this in here. I have the road dug up pretty massively because I noticed the problem with the breeder reactor because I logged out of my game, I logged back in my game, and it vomited depleted isotope cells at me everywhere. Like, I have this chest with some stuff in it, I have this chest full of the things, I have this chest full of the things, I have this chest full of the things. It just vomited them all over the place. So, yeah. I went digging up the system to see if something was going wrong, then I checked inside the reactor, found a second thorium cell, and it's like, oh, that's not good. So, as far as it happening again, don't worry too much about it, because there is one additional cooling built into that thing that it needs to have, so it will eventually cool itself back down to a neutral level. Not that big a deal. Let's go ahead and request 20 advanced circuits. Let's request... I didn't need 20 advanced circuits, I need 20 electrum. Let's not request. Let's just go over here and get some freaking tin. A lot of people have asked me, why don't you just use your requester system to get everything you need? The honest answer? It's slower, in most cases, than just walking over here and getting it myself. Like here, I only need 5 batteries. Why would I request 5 cables? Let's clear out the UU matter I've generated. I have generated a significant amount of UU matter. 18 of it. Which, by Gregtech standards, is a lot. So, let's go ahead and make our batteries. That'll get us our 5 rechargeable batteries, which we'll throw up in there. Throw our buffers, all that stuff up in there. Now we just need to make the computer monitors. And a computer monitor is a pane of glass, 4 aluminum, and our dies. So let's come over here to the plants chest. And I'm going to need to make some lime dye. I will need to make some red dye. We need some sodalite from the powdered chemicals chest. And we need some glowstone from the glowstone chest. Getting a lot of lag tonight too. I'm not happy about it. And my monitor just cut out again. Yeah, I need to get a new monitor. This is just driving me nuts. Something in my monitor appears to have shorted out, so it changes modes randomly. It'll switch from my analog input, or my digital input back to the analog input, and then back to the digital input, and it's just driving me totally batshit insane. So I'm thinking, my next paycheck at work, I'm going to have to get a new monitor. Otherwise, I'm going to freak out and kill someone. Being as I work in retail, I would have plenty of victims. And you gets us our advanced buffers. That's what we want to see. Let's come over here and grab our electric wrench. We're going to need it. There it is. And let's come over here. I could have just used my portal. There we go. And let's go ahead and break the supplier system that we have up here. We don't need it anymore. It's a pain in the ass. It's getting us in trouble. Let's make it go away. Ow. Alright. In its place, what we're going to do is we're going to attach these electric buffers onto our reactor. We do that just by clicking like that. Now you can see here that there is no space facing this, but you can see here there's kind of like a little arrow. That's because when you put this thing down, and I'll just put one down here, the little arrow points towards the output face. Freaking computer. Okay. This is driving me insane. Stop it. Alright, so we'll put one there. We'll put one there. We'll put another one there. Let's see, where else do we want to put one? Let's put one there. And let's put one there. Sure, why not? Alright, now we need to connect supplier pipes to all of these. However, first we need to know how it works. Well, the electric buffer does require power, so we are going to have to eventually hook some power up to it. What it does is it actually keeps an eye, stupid monitor, switch back on. There. It keeps an eye on a certain slot in the inventory that it's attached to, and will put whatever's in its buffer into that slot. So, you can see right here, and actually I need to change the mode of these. Don't emit redstone is the behavior that we want. So, and we're just going to let this thing run empty for a minute. But, starting here, this is slot 0. Remember that, because it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. That is how this knows which slot to put things into. Let's go over into here and get us some more supplier pipes. We're going to need a total of 5 supplier pipes. We may also need just some basic logistics pipes, and we'll certainly need some stone transport pipes. We're also going to need some sodalite. And if my monitor keeps doing this, this is going to be a short episode because I don't know if I can take this much longer. Okay, so, well, it's one too many supplier pipes, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Onto each one of these buffers, we're going to connect Yes, I just banged my monitor. Hopefully the Fonz is with me. Maybe not. Stop it. To each one of these... God damn it. To each one of these, we are going to connect a supplier pipe. Now, these here, we're also going to have a few more pipes. Let's go ahead and get the basic logistics pipes in there. And I could have sworn I had more than that. Yeah, I do. Good. You a pain in the ass. Stop it. Oh, this is going to drive me insane. It wasn't doing it until I started recording. That's the worst part. It wasn't doing this until I started recording. Hadn't been doing it all day until I started recording. Now it's doing it constantly. Okay. And we're still going to do it. It's beautiful. That's great. Now it appears to have just died totally. Are you going to behave? No? No, we're not going to behave at all. As a matter of fact, it's just going to totally shut off on me now. I don't have another monitor that I can use, or else I would. Are we going to behave for a little while? Please? Please behave for a little while. Okay, it appears to be behaving for the moment. So let's throw some stuff in here to get rid of it. Let's get the next component we're going to need. We're going to need a bat box. That's right, a plain old industrial craft bat box. I thought I had one around here somewhere. Apparently I was wrong. It's okay, they're easy enough to make. Five wood planks. Need a piece of copper cable. Batteries, wood planks, copper cable, bat box kit. Good. We're going to walk in here, and this power cable that we have coming off of the bottom of our reactor has served its purpose. It is gone. That's right. We're not going to be outputting the power to this reactor anymore. We're going to be putting it into the bat box. One EU per tick, I'm not going to cry about if I'm not getting it. It'll serve a much more useful purpose in making sure our breeder plays nicely and stays supplied. To do that, we're actually going to put the bat box right here. We can see the bat box is actually gaining a little bit of power. Good. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'm going to run some glass fiber cable, just like this. That's going to connect that one. And this thing is going to be a nightmare looking device when it's done. But it'll work, and that's the important part. Get up there. Alright, that one's supplied. Now we just need to supply the last one, which we'll just do by connecting right there. take it up, take it over, and good. Now all of our electric buffers are being supplied with EU, so they can do their job. Last step is to tell them what slots to put things in and what to put there. The one on the bottom, we will have maintaining our thorium cell. So, if we right click on this, the thorium cell is in slot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here, we're going to click on this and we're going to set this to 10. We'll go back to our base, and in our nuclear fuels chest, actually this one, we'll grab a thorium cell, and we'll grab a depleted isotope cell. We're going to need both of them. We're going to jump in here, and here we're going to tell this one, put the wrench on there, we're going to tell this to keep one thorium cell in stock at all times. That's going to request a thorium cell, and that thorium cell is going to be deposited into the buffer. We just have to wait for it to show up. Okay, the thorium cell has been deposited into the buffer, which is good. Now, we need to set the other buffers. Slot 1 needs a depleted isotope cell. Keep in stock 1 depleted isotope cell. It should send 1 depleted isotope, which should get deposited into the thing, and that, once it gets deposited into there, should be immediately placed into slot 1. And then it should request another one, which should get deposited into the buffer. Just waiting on it. Any day now. There we go. 1 depleted isotope cell has been deposited into the buffer. We shouldn't see any more isotope cells making their way out here, which is what's been happening before. We had depleted isotopes that were just coming out here wantonly, bouncing into the thing saying, oh, I won't fit, sorry, gotta go, going back home. Not good. Alright, we also need slot 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So we'll set this one to slot 9. We'll set this one to slot 11. And then the last one is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, slot 19. Back here, we'll set this to slot 19. One depleted isotope cell in stock. 1 depleted isotope cell in stock. And 1 depleted isotope cell in stock. We should see the isotope cells making their way out here. They should get deposited into the proper slots. No deposit. I wonder if it's because it's not got enough power to do it yet. How's our bat box's power level? Yeah, we're outputting faster than we're inputting, I think. Let's go ahead and go... That's not what I meant to do, but it works. Let's just come over here to our industrial craft chest. We'll get 3 batteries. Fill them up real quick using our charger mat. There we go. 3 fully charged batteries. We'll use those to fill up the bat box. Take a look at the reactor. We've got another isotope cell in there, so that's good. Now we fill up the bat box. You can see we're draining a lot of power out of that bat box. That's because the buffers have to fill up. they've got an internal capacitor, just like everything else does. Let's go ahead and give it our third battery. And we're still sucking down a lot of power, but all 4 of our isotopes have been deposited. If we look in the buffers, each one has an isotope staged, and this one has a thorium cell staged. This system should actually work correctly. Now, it is going to suck a lot of power to fill up all those buffers. But once it fills up the buffers, 1 EU per tick will go into here in order to maintain the bat box level. And then if there is any extra EU, it will get wasted, but I'm not terribly concerned about that. What I am concerned about is the fact that my monitor is acting up again. Stop it. You're pissing me off. Alright. That should, hopefully, once and for all, fix the breeder reactor so that it doesn't have to, so that we don't have to worry about it blowing up on us at some point randomly down the road. Let's go ahead and repair the floors, repair the road, and get to the other stuff that I want to do, which I'm not even sure what I want to do with the rest of this episode. My monitor glitching out on me has me so aggravated. There we go. That's going to be ugly, but I can't really help it. I'm sure I probably could make this prettier. I just don't care enough to. Let's see. We probably should set up something on our reactors over here to supply them. But with the trouble I have with this thing, I don't want to risk anything on these right now. So these I'm just going to manually resupply as necessary. Theoretically, nothing should happen here, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to screw with it. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to put these batteries, the thorium, and the isotope cell away. We're going to put all this other stuff away. We're going to scream as my monitor glitches again. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. It hadn't been doing it all day. Thought it was going to behave long enough for me to do an episode. Guess I was wrong. I'm going to have to get a new monitor, because this is just going to drive me too insane. Alright. What else do I want to do this episode? Well, if we come out here, and we take a look, we're actually accumulating a decent amount of biofuel. Not a lot yet, but a decent amount. I would like to be able to generate power from that. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? And I got a decent amount of lava over here too. Might eventually get around to generating power out of that, but for right now, let's see what we can do to generate power out of biofuel. Well, you can turn biofuel into biofuel cans. Biofuel itself, let's see here. No. Biofuel can be used in a diesel generator, which will burn at 12 EU per tick and produce 32,000 EU. Let's see here. Can be used in a combustion engine for 5 Minecraft joules per tick for 40,000. Let's see here. Biofuel cans. What I'm looking at here is the biogenerator, which is a sturdy casing, gold ingots, and glass. It's not popping up anything for some reason, which I'm kind of scared with Gregtech. But we're going to try building one of the things and see. Let's go ahead and put our gold in here. We'll put our bronze in here and form a sturdy machine out of it. Gold just like that. And glass gets us our biogenerator. Let's come into our power plant in here and attach that onto our input line. I guess we could just do it right here, right? Seems like a good enough place. Done. Now, if we take a look here, I actually can't pull up recipes for the biogenerator. That doesn't bode well. Ooh, my storage monitor did. I used a little bit of power for something. Let's come into here and grab, let's see, how can you store biofuel? You can store biodiesel. Yeah, look, 32K EU at 16 EU per tick in a biogenerator. So we should be able to get some empty cells out of here. Let's reset our portal. We should be able to come over here and put those empty cells into our iron tank and get biodiesel cells out of them. And the biodiesel cells we should be able to take over here to our biogenerator and drop those in, and it should fill the thing up to produce power for us. Is it actually doing anything? I don't know. It's producing 15.5, so it is doing something. Looks like it. Oh yeah, it's doing something. It's burning off fuel. Not much, but it's burning it off, and it's producing about 16 EU per tick. Which is exactly what it said it should do. That makes these things overall more efficient than using the diesel generators from Gregtech. It's not often you will find something that's more efficient than the Gregtech machines at supplying power, but in this case, it's the truth. Oh, lag spike. Fell off the edge. How about we make a few more of those, huh? Let's see, we'll make 3 more. Just grab a stack of gold, 6 glass, sturdy machine with gold and glass gives us biogenerators. Industrial craft, we'll get our glass fiber. These, however, I'm going to set up somewhere else. I'm not going to set them up right here. I'm actually going to set those up, I think, down in the basement. Let's see here. That's where it goes in. So if we really should just tear this stuff up. It serves no purpose down here anymore, except as a reminder of my coding failure. Alright, if we run some glass fiber off of here, over to here, I actually have realized I want to take the extra cells out of here. I don't want them to burn up any more biodiesel cells. I kind of want it to drain this out. We'll run our glass fiber over to here. Right here looks good. 1, 2, 3. And we'll just do that. We'll leave a 4th one there. Now we're going to dig back here, and using our mini-map, we're going to try to approximate a path over to our tank. Hopefully without cutting into too many more things, like right there. We don't want to cut into that. That would be bad. So we're going to plug that back up. We're going to dig this way. Put some torches down every now and then, keep monsters from spawning down here. Alright. We're good there. That should be about right. If we dig up, we should find... We're right in the middle. Yep, good. Put some torches down. And this should put us just about where we want to be. That's going to put us next to the lava tank. So if we come over, let's see, if we just dig straight down from here, and then dig that way, we should intersect with that. Good. Put some torches down, we'll fill this back in since it doesn't have to be dug up. And we can put, let's see, I guess we can't put anything there. Let's go back to our base. Get into our thermal expansion chest. And we only have 10 liquiducts. That's going to be a problem. We need a lot more than that. In our glass chest we have 50 hardened glass. We're going to take about half of it. And we are going to get some, let's see, what is it for liquiducts? It's copper, isn't it? Been so long since I made the things I can barely remember. Yep, liquiducts. That's going to get us about 2 stacks of liquiducts. We'll go out here. You a creeper? No, you're a skeleton. And off of here, we're going to run a liquiduct going underground. And then right here, we're going to have it running up at this level so it doesn't interfere with our torches. I don't need that there. So let's plug that up. And we'll continue running this until we get to here. We'll connect that there. That looks good. How are we doing for power on this thing? Still about halfway. That's fine. Let's head back to our warehouse, where we're going to get ourselves a redstone torch and our crescent hammer as soon as I figure out what the hell I did with it. There it is. We're going to fly over here, drop down. Right here, we're going to give this a whack to tell us it's in output mode, and we're going to put our redstone torch on it. That's going to start pumping out biofuel for us. What's going on here? Why are we not running? Or are we running and we're just graphically glitched? Yeah, we're running, we're just graphically glitched. You can kind of tell. Maybe we aren't running. I don't understand why it wouldn't be, because it's got biomass. That's in input mode. Are we burning biomass out of the tank? No, we're not. Okay, so the still stopped running. No, it didn't. It's still running. That's weird. I think it's just a graphical glitch. I'm not 100% sure. I guess just the GUI isn't updating. Probably force an update by going into another world. So, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and head over to our Age 221, where we have our great big diggy machine. And, oh yeah, we got a diggy hole here, don't we? This thing has been working better than I could have possibly dreamed ever since the update. It's getting me a huge amount of resources. It's pretty amazing. And with the portal on there, I don't have to worry about it. So, it seems to be working pretty well now. I do have a bunch of stuff in here that I'm eventually going to want to move out. How did I get extra portal spawners? I must have forgotten about them. Oh well. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll have to clean that up at some point here. Let's see, we've spent almost an entire episode fixing one mistake and then working on a little bit more power generation. I think this is a pretty good place to start wrapping things up. Let's fly out here. Check our engines. Oh yeah, now the GUI's working again. Or the graphics are working again, I should say. It's pulling biomass. We're in good shape. Don't have to worry about that. If we head over here, our reactors are still running, although they're going to run out of nuclear fuel pretty soon. Our breeder reactor is playing nicely. Our bat box has finally hit the point where it's actually accumulating power instead of burning it. And these buffers, they do use a decent amount of electricity to pass the item on. I think these use 32 EU to pass the item out through. But, well, I mean, honestly, how often are we passing items through, right? Should never be an issue for us. This thing should run until the cows come home or until it runs out of uranium cells, whichever happens first. No more worries about explosions. No more derpy cells flying all over the place. No more nonsense, no more crap. This has been Nightdagger with episode 52 of Let's Play Modded Minecraft. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be back with probably some more Terra Firma craft in the next day or two, depending on how my monitor decides to behave. And I will catch you guys next time.